You're looking live at the West Kentucky Academic Bowl, deep within the bowels of the WGCE studios. I'm your host, Henry Winkler, and later on I'll be talking to you about the exciting possibilities of a reverse mortgage. We'd like to remind you all this was made possible by a grant from the Elbow Foundation and our good friends at Scotty Burton's Filling Station in downtown Linville, Kentucky. We'd also like to welcome all those watching on Vine, Periscope, and at Greyhound bus stations in America's best incarceration facilities. And now we'll introduce the teams and get a buzzer check. To my left, Mayfield.
Alex, captain.
Tristan.
And to my right, Graves County.
Emily.
Again, I'm Henry Winkler. This is my sidekick and buzzer operator and bookie, Margaret Thatcher. And here we go. Toss-up number one. Anton Rubinstein once remarked that the Polonaise in A major is a symbol of glory, while the Polonaise in C minor is a symbol of tragedy for what country? Time has expired. We were looking for Poland. Toss-up number two. What statement of belief by William Tyler Page begins with these words? I believe in the United States of America as a government of the people, by the people, for the people, whose just powers are derived from the consent of the governed. Time has been called once again. The American's Creed. Toss-up number three. In what European city could you see the Trevi Fountain?
Rome.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. The setting for Peter Mathiassen's book, The Snow Leopard, is in what mountain range?
Himalayas.
Correct. Toss-up number five. What is displayed in the canton of the U.S. flag?
Red 3. Stars.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. William Travis and Jim Bowie shared command of forces at the Alamo, but Travis ended up in sole command when Bowie contracted what disease transmitted by contaminated food or water?
Dysentery.
Incorrect. We're looking for typhoid. Toss-up number seven. Archaeological research in the Sandia Mountains in what state have revealed artifacts of the Folsom culture?
Red 2. California.
Incorrect. That was expired. New Mexico. Toss-up number eight. Although the alkali metals are all in one group, one of the periodic table, what element in this same group is not classified as an alkali metal?
Hydrogen.
Correct. Bonus for Mayfield. In 2015, rapper Lin-Manuel Miranda opened a hip-hop musical on Broadway about the life of what founding father and first U.S. Treasury Secretary?
Thomas Jefferson.
Incorrect.
Hamilton.
Correct. Toss-up number 10. While short-period comets seem to originate in the Kuiper Belt, long-period comets are believed to originate in what?
Red 3. Ward cloud.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. The Lusciads, mainly narrated by Vasco da Gama, is regarded as the national epic of what European country?
Portugal.
Correct. Toss-up number 12. The 1932 Act banning yellow dog contracts and federal injunctions against nonviolent labor disputes were named for Senator George Norris of Nebraska and Representative Fiorello LaGuardia of what state?
Red 3. Kansas.
Incorrect.
White 3.
Arkansas.
Incorrect, but we're looking for New York. New York. Toss-up number 13. Name the letter in the Greek alphabet that is equivalent to E.
Red 4.
Epsilon.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. About 60% of all living reptiles are what kind of animals?
Snakes.
Incorrect.
Lizards.
Correct. Toss-up number 15. What is the architectural term for a scale drawing of the front or the back or the side of a structure? That has been called elevation. Toss-up number 16. While a unidirectional microphone is sensitive to sounds from only one direction, I'll start again. While a unidirectional microphone is sensitive to sounds from only one direction, what kind of microphone?
Red 3. Omnidirectional.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. These lines illustrate what kind of rhyme? Let me straddle my old saddle. Let me wander over yonder. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble.
Yes.
Couplet.
Incorrect. Mayfield?
AA.
Incorrect. An internal rhyme. Toss-up 18. The Union victory at Vicksburg in 1863 opened up what river to exploration?
White 1. Mississippi. Red 1.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. Name the long, deep cracks in the crust where Earth's plates separate.
Faults.
Incorrect.
Fissures.
Incorrect. We're looking for rifts. Toss-up number 20. GERD, or gastroesophageal reflux disease, directly affects what anatomical tube?
White 2.
The esophagus.
Correct. Bonus for Mayfield. In sentences, what category of verbs is used to change the tense of a verb, ask a question, create emphasis, or form a negative verb?
No answer.
Helping verb.
Correct. Toss-up 22. Phycology is the branch of botany that deals with what kind of plant life? That has been called algae. Algae. Toss-up 23. This is from the epilogue to what Shakespearean play? If we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So good night.
Red 4.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. What U.S. state famously passed a law in 1925 making it a misdemeanor to teach any theory that denies the story of the divine creation of man as taught in the Bible and to teach instead that men have descended from a lower order of animals?
Tennessee.
Correct. Toss up 25. Since convex lenses have positive dioptric value, they are used to correct what common vision problem?
Red 4.
Myopia.
Incorrect.
White 4.
Astigmatism.
Incorrect. Hyperopia. Toss up 26. For what does the abbreviation stand in this line about a U.S. nonprofit organization? It is the mission of the CAGW to eliminate waste, management, and inefficiency in the federal government. That has been called Citizens Against Government Waste. Toss up 27. What is another name for the Maluku Islands and archipelago within Indonesia?
Red 3. Philippines.
Incorrect. Time has expired. We were looking for the Moluccas. Toss up 28. While galena, cinnabar, and chalcopyrite are sulfide ores, what kind of ores are chromite, hematite, and magnetite?
Red 3. Iron.
Incorrect.
Black 3.
Copper.
Incorrect. Oxides. Toss-up 29. What literary technique is illustrated in this passage by Charles Dickens? Mr. Chadband is a large yellow man with a fat smile and a general appearance of having a good deal of train oil in his system. He moves softly and cumbrously, not unlike a bear who has been taught to walk upright. He is very much embarrassed about the arms, as if they were inconvenient to him.
Red 1. Simile.
Incorrect.
Black 2.
Characterization.
Correct. Bonus for Mayfield. What general who had been a hero in the Mexican-American War is best known for his role in the Battle of Gettysburg when his division was decimated during a massive frontal assault?
No answer.
I designate Barrett. George Baker.
Correct. Toss-up 31. Kid Shalene missed a can on his first shot, but hit on his next 3 shots. What is the smallest number of cans he must hit after the first 4 shots to make more than 9/10 of his shots?
Red 3. 6.
Incorrect.
5.
Incorrect. We were looking for 7. Toss-up 32. In the midst of World War II, what Rodgers and Hammerstein musical opened on Broadway that told of the romance between the cowboy Curly McLean and Laurie Williams?
Red 4.
Oklahoma.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. Dizziness is often characterized by a spinning sensation called what?
Vertigo.
Correct. Toss-up 34. While oxidation is the loss of electrons, what is the gain?
Red 3. Reduction.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. This verse is about what Greek god? Ruler of the land of the dead, owned a dog with more than one head, and a gold chariot beautifully constructed. He also had a wife whom he had abducted.
Hades.
Correct. Toss-up 36. The war in the Great Lakes region that began in 1763 and pitted a confederation of Native American tribes against the British was named for what Ottawa chief?
Red 1. Pontiac Rebellion.
Incorrect.
Black 4. Pontiac.
Correct. Bonus for Mayfield. In what country are these sites located? Lake Como, the Trevi Fountain, the Rialto Bridge, Doge's Palace, Ponte Vecchio, Palatine Hill, and the Pantheon.
Rome.
Incorrect.
Italy.
Correct. Toss-up 38. Bacteria grow to a fixed size and then multiply through what form of asexual reproduction?
It's time.
Time has expired. The end of the first half. The score is Graves 18, Mayfield 5. Back with more action in a moment. and welcome back for more riveting academic action here at the West Kentucky Academic Bowl. Once again, I'm your host, Henry Winkler. We'd also like to thank one of our sponsors, Hair Club for Men, Lee Watson, not just the president, a client also. All right, here we go with toss-up number one. We've had some, a little excited here about this. Back up, cool off, take a deep breath. We've had some changes here from Mayfield, so the new players need to introduce themselves.
I'm Annalise.
Annalise, and is your buzzer working, Annalise? Yes, it is. Here we go. Toss up number one. Oh, we have a sub over here also for Graves. Alec McLean. All right, very good. That's got all the subs. I'm still Henry Winkler. This is still Margaret Thatcher. Here we go. Toss up number one. Evaluate 3p minus q if p equals -4/5 and q equals 7/10. Time has been called. -31/10. Toss-up number two, who was elected president of Cuba from 1940 to 1944 and the Cuban dictator from 1952 to 1959 when he was overthrown?
Castro?
Incorrect. Incorrect. Fulgencio Batista. Toss-up number three. These words were borrowed from what language? Streusel, pumpernickel.
German.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. What tense is illustrated in these examples? How long will you have been studying when you finally complete your doctorate? By the end of December, I will have been working as a Gandhi dancer for 14 years.
Future progressive.
Incorrect.
Past progressive.
Incorrect. Future perfect progressive. And it's a little known fact, I worked my way through college as a Gandhi dancer. Toss-up number five. What ism is largely based on beliefs that spirits exist in, among other things, animals, plants, rocks, seas, thunder, mountains, and rivers?
Hinduism.
Correct. Bonus for Mayfield. What is, open parentheses, -8, closed parentheses, to the 2/3 power?
4.
Correct. Toss-up number seven. What kind of tropism is illustrated by a plant root growing in air and bending toward an area of higher relative humidity? Correct. Bonus for Graves. In 1975, some 171,000 people were killed and another 11 million people lost their homes when the Banquio Dam failed in what country?
Poland.
Incorrect.
India.
Incorrect. We were looking for China. Toss-up number 9. Name the point during a stressful situation in which a person can endure no more.
Breaking point?
Correct.
Right now.
Bonus for Graves. What is the opposite of a balance? What is the opposite of a balance of payments surplus?
Deficit.
Incorrect.
Dead.
Incorrect. A balance of payments deficit. Balance of payments deficit. Toss-up number 11. Combining elements of cubism and futurism, complete the title of this famous work by Marcel Duchamp. Nude Descending.
A staircase.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. What is the circumference of a truck tire if it rotates at 400 revolutions per minute when the motorcycle is traveling 72 kilometers per hour? Toss-up number 13. According to Ohm's law, the voltage across a resistor equals the product of the current and what else?
Voltage.
Incorrect.
Watts.
Incorrect. The resistance. Interestingly enough, the resistance is playing the problem this year. Toss-up 14. After France fell to the German Wehrmacht in 1940, Corsica was temporarily ruled by what French regime that collaborated with the Nazis?
Vichy.
The Vichy, correct. Bonus for Graves. While animals that primarily eat fruits are frugivores and animals that feed on plants are herbivores, what category of carnivores primarily consume fish?
Okay.
I designate Alec.
Pescivores.
Correct. Toss-up number 16. You're in what country if you just landed at Ataturk Airport?
Turkey.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. The welfare state is financed through redistributionist taxation based on larger income taxes for people with higher incomes. What is the term for this kind of tax structure?
Socialism.
Incorrect.
No answer.
Progressive tax. Toss-up 18. To make a 10% alcohol solution, how many kilograms of water must be added to 100 kilograms of a 30% alcohol solution?
White
300.
Incorrect.
Three.
Incorrect. We're looking for 200. Toss-up 19. In what business were these people involved? Joseph McCoy, Elizabeth Collins, Nat Love, Charles Goodnight, and Jesse Chisholm. Correct. Bonus for Graves. Who led the 17th century European expedition that was the first to be in history to be attacked by the Maori?
James Cook.
Incorrect.
No answer.
Abel Tasman. Abel Tasman. Toss-up 21. What facility in the state of Washington is probably the most contaminated nuclear site in the United States?
3 Mile Island.
Incorrect. Time has expired. Hanford. Toss-up 22. The federal agency responsible for producing paper money in the United States is called the Bureau of Engraving and...
Printing.
Correct.
Okay.
Bonus for Graves. While the Emperor of Japan has primarily ceremonial duties, what is the title of the Japanese official with the greatest political power and authority?
Shogun.
Incorrect.
No answer.
Prime Minister. Prime Minister. Toss-up number 24. The first gear with 17 teeth meshes with a second gear with 51 teeth. How many revolutions will the second gear make if the first gear rotates 15 times?
Five.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. In what capital city is the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall located?
Beijing.
Incorrect.
No answer.
Taipei. Timeout. We have a timeout in the action.
Austin and Mackenzie. Austin
Is
and
there-
Mackenzie, that's when
is there a,
Matthew and,
Is there?
and Emma.
Don't think so. No. No, leave. You were my favorite.
Are you leaving me on?
actually am Prime Minister.
I'm a big fan of your work, by the way, Madam Prime Minister.
See, now we have a conflict of power, because I'm the captain, but she's prime minister, so.
I'm the Iron Buzzer operator.
The iron buzzer.
I know, I'm like, is it talking to President Japan? It's 5-10-2-1. 2-1, or 60 Yeah.
The middle one on the left side is reset. You need to press that after anyone buzzes.
Just press the.
And press it furiously many times until the light turns off.
Anytime? You go anytime? Are we ready?
You're recording.
All right, we've had we're back in action here. We've had some substitutions. Let's let the substitutes introduce themselves and check their buzzer.
I'm the Iron Lady.
All right, here we go.
Mackenzie Adams.
All right, Mackenzie Adams. Toss-up number 26. In 1812, Napoleon lost most of his 600,000-man army when it was forced to retreat after invading what country?
Russia.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. The two natural disasters that have caused the greatest number of deaths since 1900 were caused by an earthquake and a flood in what country?
Japan.
Incorrect. China. Toss-up 28. Gray hair results when the body no longer produces what naturally occurring dark.
Melanin.
Correct. Bonus for Mayfield. What tall structure in Washington, D.C. best illustrates the Egyptian revival style?
Washington Memorial.
Incorrect.
Washington Monument.
Correct. Toss-up 30. Relative clauses always contain either what kind of pronoun or what kind of adverb. Time has expired. Relative pronoun, or we would have accepted relative adverb. Toss-up 31. Parts of the oil-rich Bakken Formation are beneath two Canadian provinces. Name either.
Yukon.
Incorrect.
Saskatchewan.
Correct. Bonus for Mayfield. What country most directly rejects this excerpt from the Constitution of another nation? The territory of the Republic of Korea shall consist of the Korean Peninsula and its adjacent lands.
Kyoto and Everest.
Incorrect.
China.
Incorrect. North Korea. Toss-up 33. Modern aircraft have systems built into them that function when their corresponding primary systems fail. This type of system is described by what adjective?
Backup.
Correct. Bonus for Mayfield. These are among the largest employers in what U.S. state? Clark County School District, the Washoe County School District, Bellagio LLC, MGM Grand Hotel and Casino, and Caesars Palace.
Rhode Island.
Incorrect.
Nevada.
Correct. Toss-up 35. What is the term for two words that have different meanings, different pronunciations, but the same spelling?
Heteronyms.
Correct. Bonus for Graves. Two angles in a quadrilateral are equal. The third angle is the sum of the two equal angles, and the fourth angle is 60 degrees less than twice the sum of the other three angles. How many degrees are in the largest angle?
$60.
Incorrect.
180.
Incorrect. We were looking for 220. Toss-up 37. A rectangular field has a length 10 meters greater than its width.
It's time.
And time has expired. Our final score, Graves 33, Mayfield 10. Back with more exciting academic action here in just a moment.